You're probably wondering how it got to this, and well, it all started 2 days ago. So I was working on my PvP with my friend Chad on the PvP LAN server. After about an hour, I went to get some water. When I came back, I asked Chad if he wanted to 1v1 a little more, and he said,
Oh, have you seen the chat?
and then I said, no, why, what's up? And Chad went on to explain.
Okay, so basically, when you went to get some water, this kid, he challenged me to a one-on-one. I accepted and I lost, fine. But, do you know, actually, just read the chat. It'll make a lot more sense.
So that's when I read the chat. You're trash, Chad. Low-key, Chad trash. Easy, next please. I mean, I had to avenge Chad. This kid didn't even know we were friends. So I challenged him to a 1v1 and he got bodied. I bodied him again and he got bodied once more for good luck. After beating him and proving my PvP skills, he asked me a very simple but very unexpected question in the chat. Want to join my server? After accepting the server invite, I added Snake on Discord, and that's the moment. He didn't even know it yet, but it was the moment where everything would start going downhill. After joining the server and realizing there was literally just me and him online, I decided to play the role of the good person to gain permissions on the server, as at the moment I was at the bottom of society with no goods to my name. So I did what I had to do and I got to work. Now I had some of the basics, I knew I had to prove myself worthy and gain the trust of Snake. To do this, I asked a question. Hey, I'm going mining. Do you need any diamonds? He replied, no, I'm all good, thanks. So I got to mining for more valuable resources. Although I now have diamonds, I wasn't happy as I needed to find a way to break into his inner circle of trust to start my cycle of destruction. So I messaged again 10 minutes later not to raise suspicion, and I said, what are you doing? He replied, working on my build, and I said, cool, can I help? He said, yeah, sure. From here, Snake sent me the coordinates, and when I arrived, it was just a half-built house. Okay, it looks like we're here. This literally has to be it. So then I asked him, hey, is this your main base? To which he replied, no, I have a mega base, but it's top secret. I knew it. I had a feeling this wasn't his main base. I'm going to get the coordinates to his main base, and it's going to end up as a hole in the ground. I am going to avenge Chad so bad. I literally couldn't believe it. This was it. This was exactly what I was waiting for. Confirmation of something bigger. However, before I could action this, I did need the coordinates to the base, and once I had admin permissions, I was going to burn his server to the ground. So I asked, cool, can I see? And then he said, I don't know, it's a secret, lol. And I said, okay, maybe soon then. And then he said, yeah, maybe. At this point, I had to lay low and keep playing the role of the good guy. So I kept working until I finished a house build by doing the roof. At this point, Snake was happy with it. So he rewarded me with gifts of enchanted diamond armor and diamond tools. This guy is abusing his admin powers. There is just no way he obtained all of this through survival. No way. This was definitely a step in the right direction. After this, we went our separate ways, and I spent some time building a mini castle not too far from the house, as I wanted somewhere I could gather and store materials without him knowing. Okay, this little floating island by here is literally perfect. It's only like 150 blocks from the house. So we're going to quickly build a structure by here. After starting to gain the trust of Snake, and a couple of hours later, Snake says something in the chat which he didn't know yet, but was going to be the beginning of the end. Hey, I've never actually beat the game. Do you want to come get the dragon with me? At this point, I panicked. I was almost shaking with excitement, knowing this bonding experience of beating the game for the first time could give me the access I needed to avenge Chad. So I replied, yeah, sure. From here, we entered the portal, where I watched bro navigate the nether for the first time. Bro, what is this guy doing, man? Like, at first, I didn't believe him when he said he'd never beat the game, but now I'm actually starting to believe it. Fortunately though, our armor was so good that we were able to find the fortress where I got the rods. Before returning to the overworld, I asked Snake a question. Hey, I got everything. Do you have the pearls? And he said, yeah. At this point, I'm not stupid. I knew Snake clearly was abusing his admin powers to summon resources at will. I also found it very suspect how he had a chest literally filled with some of the best armor in the game. But after all this, we managed to reach the stronghold and enter the end. Equipped with our overpowered equipment, we defeated the dragon, and I even let Snake get the final hit for some team bonding. Nice, 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 nice. W's in chat, W's in chat, let's go. I haven't beat the game with someone in literally years. That was low-key so much fun. To be honest, at this time on the server, I was actually having a lot of fun. I even began to question if I should destroy the server in the first place, but I didn't want to forget the objective at hand. Upon our return to base camp, I told Snake I was going offline, but I asked, you online tomorrow? And he said, yeah, should be. So I logged off, knowing tomorrow I was going to ramp things up. The following day, I messaged Snake on Discord to see if he was coming online, and he was, so I sat and waited for the server to boot up, and once it did, I joined. Hello. Hi. Yeah, I can't stay for long, though. Dang it, dude. So he can't stay for long today, so we're just gonna have to try and get as much done as we possibly can. This message was very unfortunate, as I was planning on blowing up the whole thing today, but I remained patient, and I said, no worries. Snake said, if you want, you can see my main base. Oh my gosh. He's actually gonna give me the coordinates to his main base. Oh my goodness, let's go. This was it. Building the house and beating the game the other day was already paying off and helped me gain the coordinates to what will soon be a barren wasteland. I responded calmly in the chat and said, okay, sounds good. Send the coordinates. So he sent the coordinates. Oh my goodness, he's actually sent the coordinates. Oh my goodness, let's go. What I've been craving for the last 24 hours in the palm of my hand. The base itself wasn't even that far, so I made my way. And once I arrived, let's just say I was initially disappointed. Bro, there's no way this is the secret base. If this is the secret base, I'm just gonna grief the house. Like, what is this? Just like a block of wood, man. But looks can be deceiving, as you'll soon find out. Is this your mega base? Yeah. But check this out. Follow me. Okay, thank goodness, dude. He had me worried this was the main base for a second. I'm actually freaking out. I'm gonna see his main base. Oh wow, no joke, this entrance is actually so cool. I've never really seen many redstone entrances before. Dude, look at it down here. This is actually so cool. I've never seen a base like this before. Shame it'll all be ruined soon though. Actually looks like a villain's lair or something. Like, look at the dolphins in the wall. This is crazy. At this point, I go to work laying the carpet that he definitely didn't use his admin powers to obtain while Snake went off somewhere. Whilst he was gone, there was something I always wanted to ask about using admin powers to an advantage, as I was getting restless. So I said, do you ever use creative to get stuff or make building easier? To which he said, yeah, but I try not to, but I do sometimes. I can't believe he admitted it. I mean, it was kind of obvious. I just need to remain calm here. I'm gonna ask to see if he can actually give me admin controls. Okay, so I'm gonna say, can you give me admin controls to help make it easier? Okay, he said, is it okay if we avoid doing that? I think I need to back off here. I don't want to be too much, just because if I'm too much, then he's gonna start getting very sus of me. Because obviously if he gave me admin controls, I would just spawn in a load of TNT and blow it to pieces. Whilst there, I asked Snake if he needed help with anything else, but other than the carpet, he was all good. And before long, he had to log off for the day. What was annoying is that once Snake logs off the server, it shuts down. So I couldn't even grab the resources I needed to grief it while he was offline. So I logged off for the night. But before I did, I had an important call to make. Tomorrow is the day I avenge you.
What?
One thing I haven't yet shown you is throughout this entire process in my spare time, I've been secretly collecting gunpowder and sand for TNT and hiding it all in a chest in my base. Even when mining all the sand, I would literally cover up my tracks so it didn't look dubious. This is all because I knew that when the time is right, I'm going to strike. Okay, it's now the 20th of March and today has to be the day. I have two ideas on how to do this. The first is we use the resources we got earlier to make and then plant the TNT to cover his entire base and blow it to pieces. Sort of like what I did to James's windmill in our build battle video a couple of years back. The second and probably better plan is this, so to be honest. I tell Snake that I have a present for him. I send him some coordinates, and as long as he doesn't teleport there, I'll be fine. I'm pretty confident he won't, as he did say himself that he doesn't like using his admin powers. Anyway, by the time he gets there, it would have already been too late to turn back. Even if he does teleport over to the main base after, the deed would already have been done. Okay. He's just replied now saying the server's starting up. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? 4 words that had me reconsidering the crimes I was about to commit against his server. But I remembered what happened on the 17th of March, and I know it's far too late to turn back. Now is not the time for sympathy, it's a time for action. So I replied, all good thanks, just going to work on my house. I'll be back later. And Snake replied, sounds good. So I returned to my base to gather materials I'd need for the grief. Okay, 25 should be enough TNT. Low-key, I feel awful, but I'm just way too invested at this point not to do it. Once I was happy with what I had, I said, hey, I'll come over to you now and have a look at how you're getting on. And he said, yeah, okay, no worries. This was it. 2 days of planning, all about to pay off in the most painful way imaginable for Snake. As this server he once loved will be reduced to nothing but ash, this plan is now officially in motion. Once I got to the base, I just ran around for a bit whilst building up the courage to destroy all his hard work, but eventually got around saying this. To say thank you and for letting me on the server, I got you a present. And he said, thanks. What is it? So I said, 1 sec. Okay, I'm starting to actually freak out. The time is here. Okay. I've just sent the coordinates. Oh man, I feel so bad now. That smiley face is killing me. We're just gonna wait here until we know he's fully gone before planting any TNT. The worst thing would be is he forgets something and starts running back. So let's just watch him now. Okay, the time has come. He's far enough gone by now. As Snake started his long journey to the coordinates, I got to work planting the TNT from earlier. In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's start blowing all of it up. Look at this. Oh my goodness, what have I done? He's gonna be so mad at me. And for my final piece de resistance, let's spawn a wither in this bad boy. I low-key feel awful right now, but it's already done. I also have an idea. What if we burn down whatever the heck this wooden thing is? It was super ugly anyway. He's probably grateful that I'm gonna burn this down. As I got caught up in all the excitement, guess who reached his destination? Snake. Wait, dude, WTF? The note? Okay. Let me pause it right here. Now is probably a good time to mention that at those coordinates, I did actually leave Snake a present for letting me stay on his server. I left the note in a chest for him. What did the note say? Well, take a look for yourself. So no surprise, Snake immediately teleported back to me and he was mad. He straight away kicked me from the server and removed any trace of me being there as expected. But after talking to him for a while on Discord, he agreed to add me back onto the server to finish things just as we started them. With a 1v1 sword match with no regen. There's absolutely no way I'm losing to this guy right now. Like, if I can beat him on PvP land, I can beat him here. Okay. Alright, to be fair, he's got a crit. He's already playing better than he did last time. Okay, yeah, I've got him. Yeah, he's done. Nice. He's mowing the lawn. Okay, yeah, I can just talk now. I know I've won. Okay, we got him. Let's go. As soon as the match was over, I decided to peace out of there once and for all.